Can you train a cat like a dog? Ever watch your dog master a new trick in an afternoon and then look over at your cat, who's currently trying to fit inside a cardboard box that's clearly too small, and think, what if? What if I could train you? What if I could get you to come when called, to sit, to high five? Is it even possible? Or are cats just untrainable agents of chaos? Today we're diving into one of the biggest questions in the pet world. Can you actually train a cat like a dog? The short answer is yes and no. Stick around because the how and the why are way more fascinating than you think. We're talking science, psychology, and I'll even show you how to get started with your own feline overlord. The fundamental difference. Why we think dogs are trainable and cats aren't. First, we have to understand why this is even a question. For thousands of years, dogs were bred for a job. Come, herd, protect, retrieve. Their survival and their purpose were directly tied to working with and obeying humans. They are pack animals, hardwired for social structure and pleasing their leader. Cats? Not so much. They were welcomed into human societies about 10,000 years ago primarily for one job: pest control. And they are spectacularly good at it. But it's a solitary job. Their evolutionary path selected for independence, stealth, and self-sufficiency. They didn't need to read human social cues to survive. So the core difference isn't intelligence, it's motivation. A dog often works for praise. Good boy. A cat's brain is wired to ask one question: what's in it for me? And that, right there, is the golden key to training a cat. The similarities, the science of learning. Underneath the fur and the attitude, cats and dogs learn the exact same way, through operant conditioning. That's just a fancy term for consequences change behavior. And the most powerful tool for both species is positive reinforcement. When a behavior is followed by something the animal wants, like a delicious treat, the brain releases dopamine. That feeling cements the connection. Pushing this lever with my paw equals chicken happens. I should do that again. Cats are brilliant at making these connections. The problem is, we often don't speak their language. We try to train them like dogs, with repetition and exuberant praise, and then get frustrated when they walk away. We're not speaking their language. We're offering a social reward when they want a material one. The how-to: training a cat on their terms. Okay, science lesson over. Let's get practical. How do you actually do it? You need 3 things. The right motivation. This is non-negotiable. Forget kibble. You need the good stuff. Something smelly, soft, and irresistible to your cat. Perfect timing. You have to mark the exact moment the cat does what you want. This is where a clicker is magic. It makes a distinct, consistent sound that says, yes, that right there is what I want. A treat is coming. Short sessions. A cat's attention span is short. Think 2 to 5 minutes max. End on a success before they get bored. Teaching sit. Let's teach sit. You can't force a cat into a position. You have to lure them. I hold the treat just above her nose and slowly move it back between her ears. Her head will follow it, and her bottom will naturally go down. The second her bottom hits the table, click, then treat. After a few repetitions, she'll get it. Then you can start adding the verbal cue, sit, just as you see her about to do the action. Soon, she'll associate the word with the behavior. The reality check. You will never train a cat like a dog. Now for the reality check. Even with all this, you will never have a cat that acts like a dog. A dog might come running from across the park for the joy of it. A cat will only come if it's 100% sure the reward is better than what it's currently doing. Obedience versus partnership. Dog training is often about obedience and reliability. Cat training is a negotiation. It's a partnership on their terms. Some days they're into it, some days they can't be bothered. The why. We train dogs for utility, to behave, to walk nicely. We train cats primarily for enrichment and bonding. It's mental stimulation that prevents boredom and destructive behaviors. It's a way to build trust and communicate. Success stories. But don't underestimate them. Cats are capable of incredible things. They can walk on harnesses, use toilet buttons to communicate, and perform complex chains of behaviors. It just requires more patience, better treats, and a willingness to accept that no is always a valid answer from a cat. So, is it possible to train a cat like a dog? In method, yes, the laws of learning apply to all creatures. In practice, no. Their motivation, attention span, and independent spirit make it a completely different experience. The goal isn't to turn your cat into a dog. The goal is to unlock a hidden part of your cat's brain, to deepen your bond, and to provide them with a fun challenge. It's not about obedience, it's about conversation. I want to hear from you. Have you ever trained your cat? What amazing things can they do? What tricks should I teach next? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell for more videos on understanding the amazing animals we share our homes with. Thanks for watching. Now go find some treats and see what your cat can do.